Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of my Cities in Motion 2 video series. In this episode, we'll be playing the 9th mission campaign. It's called Imagine and takes place in South City. What kind of difficulty level I'll be playing this mission on, you ask? I'll be playing on Expert, of course. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so here we are in South City. I can see it's a pretty interesting city. It's surrounding this little lake here. There's also a bit of a river over on this end here. Okay, so let's go take a look at our objectives for this mission. And, it's Mr. Ivanovic from West City. I guess I'll have to do my absolutely not authentic Eastern European accent here, so here goes. Hello, hello! Yes, we have met before. Remember, Ivanovic from the last town? Yes, that's me. Now this little city needs better connections, just like most cities you visit. Could you help us out? We need to increase our population as well, so it's easier to keep the system going. I would be very happy if you could look into it. I really shouldn't be doing that accent anymore. Anyway, we've got two objectives in this mission. Establishing 45% coverage, that's a pretty aggressive goal for a city of this size. And also growing the population 15% to 41,500 people. So, yep, pretty interesting goals here. Probably a lot more aggressive than the last mission in East City. But unlike East City, this city, South City seems to be a lot more, like, not as spread out. Like, you got, like, it looks like 4 distinct districts, like a southeast portion, everything's close together. Also here, southwest, and just 2 districts hugging this river here. To get a better view, I guess we should look at the data view and take a look at what we got. Let's look at blue collar folks. Take a look here. Yeah, from what we can see here, the industrial districts aren't as they're very tiny here, and only a couple on the outskirts there. Considering that, I don't think there's really much point in trying to focus on that social group. If I look at white collar folks here, yep, I did see a lot of suburbs in this city, and I can see them right there. There's a lot of single family homes here, quite a bit over here. Actually, there's a huge one over here on this east end here, and also on the inside of this river and up there as well. So I think what I'm going to probably do in this mission is probably build, there's a downtown district here, so that's where they're probably going to be going. So I'm thinking maybe building some sort of metro line and then have conventional buses meet up that metro line. So probably definitely a metro line that goes up this corridor here, and then bus lines can go into it. So metro line will probably go around here, but there's also a lot of activity, like a lot of urbanization in this area. So there definitely maybe a circle metro line here. But then if I think about it, there's also this portion up here which I could connect to, and yeah, I think I'm going to be building like a P-shaped metro line. It's probably going to start off here, and then it's actually going to be technically 2 lines. One that goes up, both of them will go up here, but then one of them will go maybe clockwise around here. The other one will go counterclockwise, and that'll also solve the problem of trying to make a turnaround point at each end. Or at the far end there, so, and I can also connect it up to these suburbs here. So I think, and since I'm trying to go for 45% coverage, that should bring me up to at least half the city, because the only portion I'm missing is this part, and I think the rest of it should count as half. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of building the metro line. It's going to be a pretty long one. I have to take out loans and all that stuff, and also build these bus lines. So I'm going to cut off the video right now, and by the time we get back, you should see a nice metro line and a few bus lines already set up. Alright, I'll see you then. Alrighty, so built out my metro line, like as you can see there. I'll turn on underground view so you can have a better look at it. It's it's totally underground. It goes. It's actually 2 lines that go all the way up here, and then one line goes clockwise around this loop here. The other one goes counterclockwise. I've named the lines appropriately right here, as you can see. So they're both making a profit. That's pretty good news. Unfortunately, it was quite expensive to get this going. If you look at my finances here, I took out a $300,000 loan, and in addition to the $100,000, this whole metro line took about let's see, I had 400,000, so $350,000 were spent in this metro line. So I had about $50,000 left. I'll also just quickly look at my income. I'm actually still not making money here. I'm actually still losing money. So I used that last 50,000 to build up, as you can see over here, some bus stops. I haven't established any lines here, but I have built all the stops and bought some vehicles, but I haven't established the lines. I'm going to do something a little bit differently, where I just build out all the infrastructure first and then just establish my lines. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I already have ideas of what these lines are going to be, so let's bring up create our first new bus line. So it's basically just, there's going to be 2 lines on the bottom here and 2 lines at the top, so it should give all the coverage in these suburbs here. There's still, I'll probably build some more lines up here and also in this inner hump later on, but anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to start from this depot here, and I'm going to start with the one, this first line is going to go all the way to the east. It's the, goes on to all the way to the far side like this. Goes around in this little area here, and then heads back like so. Then it's going to meet up with that other line, which I'll establish a little later. Whoops, and go here. And then it's a feeder bus, so it's going to feed into these 2 metro stations over here. So do that right now, just loop around like so. Okay, so since this is my first line, I haven't established this. I should probably establish a schedule, and I'll probably use it to the template to copy to other lines as well. So let's see here. Each bus depot I have about 16 buses, so I want to make sure I get just enough coverage here. I'm going to turn off rush. I don't like rushes pretty much. I just want a nice consistent service here. So 2 hours. What's that going to give me? It still says 5. I think I can do a little better than that. Hour 15. Weekends can be an hour and a half. Still says 1 out of 5. Am I doing this right? Let's see. An hour. There we go. So that looks more like it. So I'll keep that hour and a half there. So it's going to run every hour, and no extra buses on rush hour. So I'll turn that guy off, and then we'll just quickly establish another line. I won't bother naming the lines quite yet. I'll probably do that off camera. So this one's going to do the same thing, but it's going to go up here and then go along the west side of this suburb area. All the way up to this edge here. And then back down, meeting up with the first line again, as I mentioned before. And just basically following the same loop that the first line did. Like so. Okay, and then I just need to copy the schedule here, so I want to copy from Metro line, I want to copy from bus line 1. Copy. That as well. Copy. So this one's a bit shorter, so 6, so I'm not really... so that's 13 buses in use out of 16. I think that should be okay. Well, if it becomes a little busier, I'll just add more. I'll just adjust the schedules appropriately. I think that should be fine for now. Okay, so those are the first 2 lines. Then I'll just quickly go into the next one. For this one, the depot is actually all at the end because both these lines actually meet up at this area here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit another line. We'll do the south one first, so it's going to go down this road here. Underneath the superhighway. I had a lot of fun, if you could call it, or more like difficulty, trying to establish a bus line here because there are a ton of one-way roads here. Actually, I'll note one right here. You'll see this triangle thing here. This is in fact 2 one-way roads going north, and that is incredible. I was trying to build my bus line going south down this way, then I found this thing and it was like, I can't get around it. So yeah, that's not great planning there for whoever built that. But so I just decided, so I just scrapped that line and then trying to go this way here. So I'm gonna keep building my stops. I think I go, yeah, keep going down this way. Then it meets up with the 4th line, which I'll build in a sec here. Okay, same deal, I'll copy from bus line 1. So this guy looks like it's going to use all 8 buses, since it's a slightly longer route. Well, actually, I took out the rush, so actually it's down back to 7, so that's good. Okay, so that one's going off and doing its thing. Let's build another one. So this is the northern line. It's going to go up this road instead. Go up here. Then, yeah, this, I couldn't go straight away because that is a one-way road heading east. It's very strange, but I have to go down this road instead, which is unfortunate, but can't really do too much about it. Then it's going to connect up with the subway stations there. Oh, one more stop there. And then back down this road, meeting up with the 3rd line. Okay, and then just need to adjust my timetable yet again. Yeah, this one's going to use all 8 buses, so so it's going to be 15 buses. There's 16 buses in the depot, so it'll be 1 extra bus. That should be fine. Oops, I wanted to turn that off. Okay, so that is all the 4 lines there, and it looks like let's see if I check my profit here. Yep, I'm just starting to get back into the green here, so these bus lines should provide additional traffic to the metro line and vice versa. Now, in terms of what I'm going to do next, I'll probably not going to do it right now, but I was planning on building a bus line around this area, but I had some thoughts about how to cover this area properly. And I was thinking actually maybe I should build some parallel tram lines to this metro line. So thinking maybe one tram line goes around this area and then cuts up this big avenue and then just follows it along and then probably provides some service into this northern part right over here. So I'll probably build that soon, and then a bus line will cross over that into there so it doesn't have to cover as much area. Another thing I'd also build is a 2nd tram line. They'll probably go up one of these roads here, if you can see that, and then hit up into this industrial district here. So that should give most coverage. There'll be probably a hole of coverage here. I don't know if I'll cover that with a bus route or something. So yeah, I'll probably do that in a bit. I'll probably have to take another loan. Oh, I'm still making money there. But any new loans are going to have an incredibly terrible interest rate, so I'm a little wary of that. But I do need to start expanding, and I'm only at 20% of my 45% coverage goal. So, yep. So I'm going to try to build those lines out next, and then maybe also start building some lines over here. Not entirely sure right now how I'm gonna build lines here. It's not quite as clear cut where you can just make an extension now. They're very close together. So, yep, that's what I'm probably gonna do. So I'm gonna cut the video off right again, and hopefully by next time you'll see some tram lines on the screen and more bus lines, and yep, hopefully a lot more profit as well. I'll see you then. Okay, so I may have gotten a little carried away with the trams here. I built 4 new tram lines in various parts of the city. I'll just go through each of them one by one and I'll show you what I did here. The first one I did was built this one right here, the one that goes to this northeast industrial district, and I named it appropriately. See it there. It starts off down here, connecting up with that metro station, heads up along here, around industrial district, and then back down again. And it is parallel next to the bus route there, so I think it's making some good connections there. This is probably one of the shortest tram routes. The next one is, I turn this off, this is what I call the East River tram line, and it actually starts way down here and then heads up down this avenue and then loops around like so. So this was meant mainly to cover this area and also covers some of this intermediate area around here before I build out this bus line over here, which I haven't gotten to yet. So that's that one. And then on the west side here I built yet another tram line. This guy starts in somewhere near the downtown core with the next to these metro stations, and then just like the East River when it goes up this avenue, it does deviate a little bit. It goes up this street here, and then down that street there, and then it also goes all the way across this bridge and connects up with the East River Trams. So there's a bit of connections there in case people want to go across that bridge there. So that's the tram line 3. The final tram line I decided to build out was this guy down here, going down this road here. I was initially going to go for like have both the tram go in both directions down this road, since like you see there's a bus lane in that direction as well. But I then noticed that I'm leaving out all this area, coastal area down here. So I made the tram line go down this way and then back up through the curve, zigzagging through these streets around here, and back up again. So, yep, those are my 4 tram lines. Now what I'm going to do is actually build out some more bus routes. One of the bus routes I was going to build out was this guy over here, so I'm going to do that right now. Let's bring up my tools here. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to plan this. But before I do that, let's look at our coverage. Actually, I can zoom out of here. Yep, I got pretty good coverage here. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. You notice this part right over here. Since we are trying to get increase our population, I think we're about at 38 or 39,000. So I built out some roads on the outside on this area here, so people could move in and increase the population. Also, it'll also help with this tram line because the coverage area for these guys also covers part of that neighborhood, so there'll be some extra traffic coming from there as well. Okay, so anyway, back to building my tram line. Oh, I think I got a quest going to be complete soon. Yep, this got a quest from the Students Association. They wanted me to build some more lines and transport some students, so I got a little reward there just in time there, so good thing I noticed that. Okay, so back to my coverage. I want to cover this little suburby area here. I think I'll just make it go up this way and then down that road. So let's do that right now. Let's start by building some stops right here. I think I'll build a stop there. There. If you haven't noticed, the video has been, you might have noticed the game stuttering a little bit. I've noticed in the past few videos of that problem. I think it's something to do with the game. It's like the sound just suddenly cuts off, and yeah, it's a little annoying. I'm not sure if it's something wrong with my system or maybe it's something with the game. That didn't seem to happen a while ago. Oh, and I think I balls it up. That's a one-way road actually going out that way. So, actually, did I do this wrong? Well, it's a two-way road there. I kind of want to connect up to there. I'm going to have to do this... I think I'll have to do this all over again. So, oops, mistake. Blow up these stops here. I guess we'll just go in the other direction and do it like that. Yeah, these one-way streets are quite annoying. If you don't know what exactly you're doing, then you're just gonna run into them and just not be very happy when you run into one of those. Okay, build one there. And yep, I'm on the right road here, just making sure. And down this way. Yeah, I wish there was a way to turn off these halos as well, but okay, I just gotta make sure I'm doing this right. That's a two-way street, so that's good. I could go up that way. I don't think I need to go all the way to the avenue, so I think I'll turn left here. I see that. I wonder if I should meet up with... Yeah, I guess I should meet up with that bus route there, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's not stop there. It's kind of too close, but that's fine. So it's going to meet up with that bus route, go up to there, and then, then instead it's going to turn left here on that bus lane there, so. Okay, now I got to figure out where to put the depot, and I haven't really thought ahead of that either. Probably just need a small depot for this one, so let's bring up a small depot. It's gonna go around this way. Gotta find a nice unoccupied area. There are none, so I'll probably just have to blow up some of these single family houses, unfortunately. Maybe right here would be good. Actually, do I have any extra space in my depots, or are there no depots around here? Okay, I guess I'll just build my depot right there. Small one. And then I'll just establish my new route. I did name my routes. I'll go into more detail about those later, but whoops. Let's just establish this line first. Then, yep, keep going, turn left. And this way. I'm starting to realize that trolleybuses are actually a much better investment in the long run. Oh, whoops, that's on the wrong side. Yeah, it's because the costs for running buses tends to be quite a bit more, and I do kind of want to, I want to make a profit. So, and also the capacities for trolleys tends to be a bit larger with the trolleys. So. Okay, there's my line. Let's copy a few. Let's copy from bus line 1. So it looks like I'll need probably about 6 buses. I'll just buy 8 of them inside here. 8 of these guys. Haven't been bothering with the double-decker bus. I don't think. Well, I have noticed. Oh yeah. These guys have been getting quite full, but what I've done in response is simply increase service, so it's, I do like those articulated buses quite a bit. Okay, so I've established that line. What else did I want to do? Oh yes, let's check our finances. A little poking here. Yep, I'm making some money. I did take out another loan, another $300,000 at a crazy interest rate of 500%, but even with that, I'm still making some money here. That's good to know. And yeah, buses and all the forms of transportation is making money. There's one thing I did notice, and I think it's a good time to do it. I have a river here, and I think it'd be a good idea to actually build some water bus lines across this river, since I now just built this bus line here. So if we look at our coverage, so I've added some coverage there, but there's some pieces of coverage that could be failed out there. I'll probably build another bus line going up to there at some point, but maybe not during this mission. Also, maybe another bus line through here, because I'm not covering all of downtown, unfortunately. So maybe some sort of downtown bus. And I'll probably use the double-deckers in that one as well. But let's build a water bus line, because I like to just, I did that in the last mission, might as well keep doing here. So, let's see, I think I'll build 2 of them. And make sure I right click here to face this. So I'll make this one close to this stop here. If I can get it. No, I'm not building. Oh, there. So I got that guy. If I look at my coverage again, I just want to go across, but I don't want to blow up those buildings. Gotta think about this. Right there, I guess, maybe? Maybe over here. No, I think I'll get my biggest bang for the buck if I go right there. Okay, and I think I'll build another line on this side over here, but I'll put my depot right here, make sure it faces outward. See if I can do this right. Okay, and let's quickly establish our first water bus line on this map. And I don't like that. No available route. Why can't it get there? That's not good. Okay, so guess that's not gonna happen. Let's delete this line again. That's pretty bad. You have to face this? That's kind of irritating. What if I build it over... Maybe I'll build it over here. That probably makes more sense. Okay, so if I do... Let's do this again. Create a new water bus line. Can you go back there? Okay. I guess if it's too sharp an angle, it's gonna complain I guess you need to make... I think there's a way to make buoys, but I haven't really played around with that too much. Okay, so I'll just... yeah, I'm just gonna build a whole bunch of boats since a lot of routes are gonna share the same guy. 30-seater. I don't know if I should go for the larger one. Let's go with the smaller one. I don't think it's going to make much difference. This is not a critical route, so I'll build 6 of them. Hide that guy. Oops, no, not hide that guy. I don't want to hide that depot. I want to hide the line. There we go. Okay, so there we go. There's my little water bus heading across. Let's build another line. Let's do this side here. Actually, look at my coverage. Yeah. Okay, probably do one across that stadium there. So let's do that. Let's build... Oops, so... Oh, that's the waypoint tool. I haven't really played around with it too much. So let's try to cover... Is it going to get to that bus stop? Yes, it will. Then let's go to that stadium. I have to build on the side here. It looks like I can't... I don't know if I can get... Let's try that. Okay, and then let's build another line. Is this gonna reach? I hope it will. Yeah, that works. Great. Okay. And yep, that's gonna run. Looks like it needs two boats. That's fine. Okay, so I don't know if these are going to actually make any profit. They are connecting to this bus line here, but yeah, I think you'll get most benefit once I establish some line on this end, and also on that end there. I'm going to start off with those two, and yeah, I think I'll just let those run. Okay, so let's take a look at our objective. We're at 73% coverage. I think I still need to build out some bus lines in this southwest district here. So I'm going to go cut off the video right now and go do that. And by the time we get back, we should be pretty close to ending the mission. And yeah, so I'll see you then. Okay, so I've built out my bus lines and done a few other things as well. For my bus lines, I decided to name this southwestern region, I call it Wildwood. Because it's surrounded by forests and trees here. And I've reflected that name of this neighborhood into the the names of my routes. I've built 3 routes in total here, and I'm just going to go through each of them just to give you an idea of what I did here. Line 6 is Wildwood South. I turn on the visibility there. You zoom in a bit here. And you can see it goes to the southern part of this neighborhood, going past the metro line, and then going to this little area that's in between the metro line and tram. There's actually a little coverage gap that I found here, and I had this line rectify that gap there. So that's Wildwood South. Next line is Wildwood Center. It's line 7. And this guy, as you can imagine, just goes down the middle of the neighborhood, and then meets up, actually over here, meets up with the tram line here, and then goes back west, like so. So that's line 7. Then finally there's line 8, which is quite interesting. Wildwood North. This guy goes up north here, kind of does a crossover, and then loops around, meeting up with the metro station over here. Then heads west, and as it heads west, it actually deviates into this subdivision here, and then back out again, back to the depot. So, as you probably noticed, all of these lines start off at this little bus depot here. You can see there are 22 buses in that depot, so I thought I'd show you that. Okay, so in terms of coverage, yeah, I got pretty much most of that southwest corner all covered there. There is, of course, this whole southeastern area, which I have not touched at all. I might expand into this area the next mission, so I'm just going to leave that like that. But yeah, nope, instead of a couple red buildings here and there, I think I've got this corner pretty much down pat now. Also, one other thing I'll note is I've actually filled out the coverage gaps at downtown right here. These yellow spots you see here used to be red, but now they're yellow because I've actually added a tram line in this area. I can show you that. It's this line 5 here, if I can show you the route. It's kind of hard to see there. Should also probably rename this guy. It's actually the downtown tram line. So what this tram line does, it starts off at this depot down here, and goes off to the west side here, and then goes around. And I had a lot of difficulty trying to build this line because there are a lot of one-way streets, and not just one-way streets, but one-way streets pointing outward from the center of downtown toward this, to the outside, toward this avenue over here. So we'll see a lot of those around here. There's only one street that I could find in this area that actually went into downtown. It's actually this little street here. It actually goes underneath a little tunnel down here. You can see that tram going there underneath the highway there. So, yep. But I managed to work it out. It seems to cover all of downtown there, and yep. So that's that. And one other thing, one final thing I did was also expand this neighborhood down a bit more. I added a few more roads here. So yep. Looks like if I look at my thing. My objective, yep, I've already established 45% coverage, but I'm just waiting for the population to increase, so hopefully that'll happen pretty soon now. Just have to wait a few moments here. Oops, oh, I don't want to do that. So yeah, it looks like there's some residential areas coming up here. Interestingly, there's a new industrial area coming up here. Look, you can see some smokestacks and gas tanks here, so I haven't seen that before. I'm not sure how the game determines which areas are industrial areas and which areas are like suburbs or densely populated residential areas. So yeah, but it looks like the rest of this neighborhood is just a bunch of tenements and high rises. So and some of that industrial did seem to leak out here. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the game or the mission to end here. Let's take a look at some other things here. Ticket prices. I'm making over 100,000 per week, so that's good news. I didn't take out any more loans. I just spent pretty much the last 50,000 on the roads, the tram line, and the buses there. So I think it was 150,000. Sorry. So I just have $600,000 in debt, and I'm going to take that along with me into the next mission. Hopefully, I won't need to take any more loans, but you never know. Let's see, what else can we see here? Oh, the Waterbuses seem to be doing quite well. Actually, I think there are too many people waiting at that pier there. I think they're getting a bit too busy. Kind of regret buying these smaller 30-seater catamarans. So I'm going to actually buy some new ones here. I'm going to buy the bigger 50-seater Mandrake Linden. Buy 6 of those. And I'll just sell the other older 6 Waterbuses like so. Okay, and I think I'll adjust the schedule as well, so let's do that while I'm here. Okay, so every 2 hours, I want it to run every hour. And maybe I'll take off the rush, because I don't think that's really useful. And for weekends, let's change that to every 2 hours. Okay, and push OK there. So that should be good, and then I'll do the same for the first water bus line. I'll just copy the schedule from the water bus line 2, if I can find it. There it is. Copy. Like so. Okay, so that's my water bus lines there. What else can I show you? Oh, let's look at some of these bus lines here. I've noticed there's quite a bit of unhappy passengers here and a lot of full buses here. I think what I'm probably going to do is actually replace all these buses, at least from this depot here, with those double-deckers. Whoop, that's not the bus, that's the depot. So there are 12 of them right in here right now, or actually, no, 18 of them. Let's actually sell them first. Let's sell all of them. Too bad there's no sell all button here. That would be kind of useful. It's probably going to complain to me about, okay, maybe it's fast enough there. Oh, okay, go away, Mr. Ivanov. I just want to finish off building my buses here. Okay, so that is, Imagine, the ninth mission in the campaign. I expect the next 2 missions will be continuation missions on this city as well as East City, so I look forward to playing that, and yeah, that's all I have to say for this mission. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.